So, just getting relaxed or getting comfortable, closing your eyes, set the intention to move into alignment with the beat, the flow, the rhythm of the body. With every breath, moving deeper and deeper into the body, moving towards the core itself, the spark point of your own creation. Setting the intention to fully become one with that center point and igniting that spark of creation, the meeting point of your human and your soul. Feeling yourself becoming this beam of light, igniting up around you your own octahedron. It's a four-sided pyramid from the waist up, and another four-sided pyramid upside down from the waist down. Feeling yourself aligning with this sacred geometry, inviting that octahedron now to expand out, become very large around you, feeling yourself at the center point of this octahedron and the expansiveness of it. What happens if you send a pulse with energy from the center point of your heart out to one of the sides? Can we stretch this octahedron now to become a multi-dimensional structure, as though every aspect of you, every soul fragment of you is now connected in with your own octahedron as well. This is like the orchestra of self, or an entire map of self. Or a network of self. All of mirrors even. All of these aspects and fragments. An entire mosaic there before you. And you as the conductor, setting an intention. Each piece creates an alignment, network but in full consciousness. Operates as one. You're going to invite now this entire network, this entire structure of self to release and surrender, to transmute anything and everything not of unconditional love for the self. Opening the self up and simply letting anything and everything no longer useful lift up, float up, and move away. Bring your fetus before you and hold that fetus still in the womb in your pure love. Until you, as a fetus, is held in pure love and light. Invite the point of your arrival to come before you. Hold that newborn in your love and your light until you feel that click of alignment for unconditional love for yourself as a newborn. Invite the DNA of that newborn to retain its original coding, to now recode to your creation forward. Recode itself as pure and unconditional love. Inviting now, come before you, your 1-year-old self. Holding that 1-year-old in your pure and unconditional love for that baby. Checking that baby's field and aura, DNA if necessary, or anything that's been picked up that is no longer needed. Transmuting any programming, beliefs, emotions, fears, lifting all of that up and away from your 1-year-old self. Inviting now to come before you, your 2-year-old self. Becoming fully present with yourself at 2 and holding that 2-year-old in pure love and light and unconditional love. Bringing that child's field back to purity and innocence, allowing any excess emotions, fears, programs, beliefs, any anger or shame, any of those heavy, burdensome energies no longer required. Bringing your 3-year-old self before you, holding your 3-year-old self in pure love and pure light. Inviting anything no longer useful to leave your 3-year-old's entire field. Bringing this 3-year-old back to the frequency of the original soul plan of unconditional love. Inviting in now your 4-year-old self. Holding your 4-year-old child, inner self, in unconditional love, surrounding them in your light and love. Inviting anything no longer useful to lift up, out, away from their field, to be transmuted back to pure white light. Inviting in now your 5-year-old self. Holding your 5-year-old self in pure white light, in unconditional love for self. Inviting anything not aligned with this to simply move out of that 4-year-old's field, back to their pure source codes of unconditional love. Inviting in your 5-year-old self, holding them in your frequency of unconditional love, clearing the entire field at that age of anything no longer useful or aligned with unconditional love. Inviting in the 6-year-old self, holding that 6-year-old self in that unconditional love, surrounding your 6-year-old with pure white light, and inviting anything and everything no longer useful, no longer aligned, to gently and simply lift up, out of the field. Inviting in now your 7-year-old self, holding your 7-year-old in white light, and emanating your unconditional love for your 7-year-old. Inviting anything no longer useful to leave that field, bringing your 7-year-old to the frequency of unconditional love. And checking in with the self, if it would be beneficial for you to do older ages, every single age you've been, or if this is enough and it is done. And if you're going to do other ages, pause here and continue on by yourself. Set the intention that it will be done while you're sleeping. Make up your own mind from here. Tuning in now to what it feels like to have yourself from a fetus right through to a 7-year-old, held so lovingly in your own heart. And bringing all of these timelines now directly into your own spark of energy, becoming aware of the expansive area that you're in, with a sense of expansion from within. And setting the intention for these two seemingly real separate places to also become one. One from the octahedron, point of creation, touching recoding for your first 7 years of life. Having a look around you now, that entire network, that entire mosaic or orchestra of you all playing the same song or all creating a magnificent mosaic, all fragments, all pieces aligned as one. In a significant energetic structure, foundation, tuning in to that entire network before you, around you. Allowing it to light up in that unconditional love for self. Again, sending a pulse of energy directly from your own heart out into your own octahedron, and like tuning forks, setting the intention for that to reverberate through your entire network of self. While this is happening, just tune into purity and the innocence of your inner child. Tune into the imagination and the creativity of your little girl or little boy. Tune into the fun and the joy and the happiness of your inner child. Tune in now to your inner child and some of the things that your inner child liked doing more than anything else. How did they like to spend their time? What were they most interested in? They express love. They feel or receive love. You're bringing your attention now back in to the spark of light, the center point of this octahedron. Your inner sacred geometry lit up by your own light. Allow yourself to feel that within the body. To shrink down into that core point of self. Octahedron surrounding the spark of light within the core of self. Just taking notice of how the body feels. Taking a few deep breaths now. opening your eyes when you are ready. And it is done.